Hello, everyone, and welcome back once again to Gary's Mod. And today, I'm really excited because we are going to be exploring Everdawn, Fading Paramnesia, another map by the same creator of maps I played previously, Melanade and Liminal Gallery. While this map is related to the Liminal Gallery, it does not take place in the gallery itself, nor is it a continuation of my previous maps. I wanted to create something more focused on my personal experiences, not bound by the concept of an AI-generated habitat. I dedicate this map to the librarian, the person who keeps inspiring me to pursue this interest. I am so glad. That is so cool. It makes me feel so awesome to feel like I'm leaving a mark on the source community. All photos in this map are done by me. Oh, and I will give a shout out to the creator who messaged me the other day warning about copyrighted material used in the map, music-wise. And they did actually remove it temporarily so that I could record this video. So I'm really, really grateful for that. But let's see what this is about. We're actually exploring very new territory with new inspirations. And this map is huge, like 1.5 gigs on the workshop, so I really have no idea what to expect. But like all of these maps, it begins with us stepping out of this granite cube. Okay, not so much stepping out as being transported out. Look at this. Huh. The snow is falling all around. The sun's setting in the distance, and what looks like a porch light in the distance. Okay, I guess that's where we're headed. Actually, we should use a lantern, right? I think now is a great time for something like that. Oh, we haven't seen this in a while, have we? Oh, listen to the low rumble of the wind. It's so calm and peaceful. Yet I can feel the frigid air nipping at my ears and my nose. I feel like I just need to get to that light in the distance, like warmth and comfort awaits me there. Oh, that looks so cozy. I want to get inside so badly, but I am also a horror protagonist, so maybe we should check inside the windows before we decide to enter. Oh, look, the seats out on the porch, empty bottles on the ground. It does sort of give the impression of a friendly place, doesn't it? It seems to be quite empty. There's a warm bed for me to lie in, but perhaps, I don't know, perhaps that's a bit convenient. Could also just as easily be a trap. But it's not like there's anywhere else for us to go, so let's do it. Oh, those are 2 plates on the shelf. I thought there was like some square creature staring back at me. What am I talking about? I'm just being paranoid. And we step inside, the wind fades away, and we're left in the comfort of this cozy little space. Look, we've got our radio, we've got plenty of reading material, a TV. I could get used to this. So here, I imagine, is the bedroom. And we left the stars leaking in the basement. Honey, I told you to call a repairman and get this fixed. Now it's all out of hand. We're going to have to redo the carpets. Can't I please just take a bath and forget about all this? Seriously, taking a hot bath or shower after coming in from the cold is the greatest thing ever. Look. I mean, can't we just sit down right here, watch the snow fall behind the TV? I mean, this is what they used to do before TV, right? Just watch the snow. Well, I guess at a certain point we've got to move on. Does this represent infinite potential? Yep. We could land at any one of these stars, or we could simply walk straight ahead. I thought we would fall into somewhere. Oh, look at that. That is so weird. The way it almost like just slips into the stars, fading away as we step back. Okay, well, there is a familiar object up ahead. Please tell me your secrets. I've spent days pushing through the freezing winds. Every day I keep seeing the same surroundings, the same winter landscape with a puny country road running through. I always stayed on the side. I was afraid that when I go near the road, I'd be found by someone who wouldn't welcome me in this land. One day, I saw something in the distance. A warm, inviting glow shined through the dead branches. Certainly an outlier in the monotony of this dull landscape. It was coming from a small cabin. It felt so hopeful, so charming. I felt like I'd finally find someone who would be willing to help me. Someone who could maybe explain to me what's going on. I gathered my courage and knocked on the door. We thought we had found the one breakup in the monotony. Instead, we only found the infinite expanse. This is so cool. So this is really leaning into actually eerily similar thoughts to what I had. And very dreamlike. Feeling like we are lost and at the same time that it's always been this way. Much more narrative focused as well. As always, only heartbreak awaited. Whoever was residing here already left in anticipation of me. The lights still left on, perhaps only as a lure to keep me here. I knew that the dream would not continue, however. That was probably my only hope. I knew that I could leave now and try again tomorrow in a better place. Philip Jeffries. You said that it did not take place within the gallery, yet here you are. Oh, well, you're the white Philip Jeffries. There was something different about you. We have seen you before, though. That thing which stalked me on the other maps, whoa. Look at that. Oh, it's like we fell down some kind of crazy Technicolor kaleidoscope and, well, landed right back in not a familiar place, but certainly a familiar feeling place. Oh, look at these walls, like it's carved out of cave, and the sides of that cave are like tapestries hanging in a gallery. You brought me here. From the way that's worded, it's almost like my character has vague memories of the other maps, but no memory of it starting. And you find yourself surrounded by our old friends, do you? This map may have different ideas in mind, but it certainly shares some common imagery. We can take this elevator. I think we wait a bit. Hang on, let's just restore our footsteps. I'm going to call it a live and let live situation for now, but if you try anything, I swear I'll get the safety Glock on you. Ooh. Oh my, there is something so disconcerting about a large white room. Especially a silent large white room, but look. Outside, the same sky that came overhead while we were walking through the woods. So either we are still in the same plane, or we've crossed over to the ghost world from Ghostbusters. Either way, remember our deal. I'm fine if you're fine. The creator says we're starting new, so I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. This is not the next level. In fact, it's almost like we're starting all over again, but in a much smaller, much less inviting room. And yet we've walked this walkway before. All imagery that looks familiar until you look at it a bit more closely and find that not one single aspect resembles anything you can identify. It's actually kind of like what this whole map represents, isn't it? I wonder, are we a different person going through another iteration of the same thing? Or are we the same person who simply doesn't remember that this is what I've always done? Looping over and over again, feeling like I've always been here, but never being aware of the previous encounters. That door looks mighty dangerous. And perhaps it was. And now we find the gallery empty, entirely. Once more, the lack of any ambient noises is actually... It's actually getting my tail raised here a bit, because when it's only the sound of my own footsteps, I feel like something's waiting, like the whole world is holding its breath, so I won't hear it. Why not? Why not jump into this nether portal you built down here? That wasn't a nether portal, that was carpet, and now my legs are powder. Huh. It's like the back rooms of a movie theater or something. This opens up onto what looks like abandoned, like, apartments or something. And there's another door over here. What should we take first? This looks much more 70s. Wood walls and colored furniture. And some actually very nice mosaic artwork on the walls. Or at least, no, not mosaic. Just kind of like weirdly tiled and wavy, possibly wallpaper. But it looks out onto nothing but a silent purple fog. Oh, look at the way the light from outside casts across the room, leaving shadows that crisscross in triangle shapes. Okay, I definitely want to... Ooh. It's like an apartment, a very spacious apartment, but an apartment nonetheless. No way. No. No. You guys don't get to collaborate. No. I just got out of Pink Place. You can't do this to me. You cannot suggest a shared universe. It's against the rules. Then again, if this is supposed to be my dream, who knows what the rules would even be? It's going to use amalgamations of everything I've seen. Literally nothing is impossible so long as I can conceive of it. And it can conceive new things out of arrangements of things I've seen. Hello. Don't think I don't see you up there. A little mock-up of some kind of like farm or something. I wonder if this is significant. I wonder if we'll see it again later. Out of my way, you. Yeah, this whole thing has like a very 70s architecture vibe. It's going back and forth between like apartments, conference rooms, waiting rooms, houses. But it does all seem to be of like a similar era. Or at least that's the impression that I get. Oh, right back to here. Although there's still plenty down this way. All of it connects to itself. Ultimately, whichever door we open, we will get to it all. I don't want to live in a hole anymore. Well, first of all, your furnishings are all wrong. I mean, this place won't be such a hole if you just let me redecorate for you. Look, how are you even getting into this dresser? Tell you what, how about you come with me for a while? Let's take you someplace nice. Oh, right, I forgot. We can't open doors while we're holding you. You're an inconvenience. Ah, but the cafeteria. That's where watermelons belong, right? There you go. Now you no longer live in a hole. Huh. This room is also empty, but closed off from everyone else, and not only darker, but a window leading out to darker. I don't know. To me, that suggests that, like, there's something wrong with this room, or almost that something watched me enter. Oh, look at that ceiling. Yeah, this is 70s. Those large wood panels alongside what looks like concrete or plaster. Weird things going on with the ceiling. Big glass doors. I have a soft spot for architecture like this because of the rec center I used to go to as a kid. I've talked about that plenty of times on this channel. But it really is such, like, an inspiration to me in terms of, like, liminal architecture. So it's cool to see things like that emulated here. Ooh, is that a sauna? Are we in Finland? I want to get in there. But one thing at a time, just, open up doors and see where they take us. Ooh. Time passes, but you can take things at whatever pace you want. And it looks like some people got pretty frustrated with the seating arrangements, but still, don't you just get the impression that if you were to kneel down and reach into the water, I can't do that because that's actually my floor, but don't you get the impression that it would be so warm and cool? Like, I can practically smell the chlorine in here, feel the warm, moist air, but it's just so cozy. Like, if I were to lie down in one of these seats, even if it is maybe a little bit uncomfortable, I would probably find myself passing out in pretty short order. But we've got 2 doors to be opened here. This one leads us to the sauna. I swear, if we see Ati the janitor around here somewhere... Well, actually, I wouldn't mind that. Huh. Velvet ropes. So does that mean that you are the other door I could have taken? It's almost like there was a line to get in here, like this is the VIP area of the back rooms. And look, all these just narrow little wedges that we couldn't possibly get through. Walls just seemingly starting and stopping for no reason. And somebody's shopping for watermelons. Wait, what is that down there? See, this is like the most literal definition of a liminal space. Everything feels like a waiting room. In fact, they enhance that not only by having seats all along the walls, but clocks all over the place. It really does give you the impression, unlike other liminal space maps, that time is always passing. Actually, the whole place feels like it's in a state of countdown, but to what, you simply don't know. Alright, well in that case, we can go out through here and make a right. I'm guessing this will be our exit at some point. It's glass, but I don't want to stand on it, lest we be prematurely ejected from this area before we've seen everything. Oh. It's weird, like, it's just this constant conversion between... Did you hear that? That honestly made the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. What was that? Maybe I found out what we were waiting for. What I just heard was like rasping, moaning. And the fact that all of this is... Look, it's completely pitch black. And just this constant convergence, like the inability to tell the difference between a hallway and a room. It just feels like this whole area is like forgotten almost. Oh my god! You're not Philip Jeffries, you're not anything I've seen. Hang on, wait. Okay, I don't want to be here. Let's start figuring out how to get out of here. Hang on. We've been through here, right? We've been through here. I'm trying to watch every angle at all times. These plants are not helping me none. Please let me through. What do I do? I'm out of here. I will figure something out, but I am not staying here. God, that was legitimately, like, the muscles on my back are so tense right now. We could go this way. Okay. Was not ready for that. But I do recognize you, actually. You were... I think we saw you in, like, the movie theater or arcade area in Melonade. Wait, did I miss going the other way, then? Oh, that was disorienting. Okay, you're a still image over there. My god, that actually made my stomach, like, just come out of my mouth for a second. Oh, that is so weird in VR. Oh, that is so weird. I gotta give praise to these perspective tricks, but wait, can I go back out this way? I can. Alright. Alright, cool. So I didn't miss anything. I really didn't miss anything. We can't go through this door. Alright, I do appreciate the ability to go back, though, and that time I did recognize that there's an exit sign above it, so we will know. Oh, that is no less stomach churning. Drop down. Oh my god, okay, so establishing very early, we are not alone in here. Are these supposed to be, like, trays or something for, like, holding food? Because, look, from a distance, I saw these almost as, like, mannequin heads or something. Because the shadow looks like a hairline, and then you got, like, the nose right here, and here's the mouth. They look like crappy theme park mascot heads, don't they? But it looks like we're in, like, the entry area to some kind of fancy restaurant. Interesting. Yeah, it does look like a restaurant, but it still got the feeling of an art gallery. More waiting areas, more melons. Never in seats, interestingly enough. And maybe Ati is here. But we've still got more to see in this direction. So we are being stalked. Something knows we're here. There's been an error. A misunderstanding. And who am I saying this to? I just realized, it's almost like I stepped onto the stage and instinctively read that, which means that now we've almost been forced to deliver a message. A message to one. But who is the one? Let me tell you, nothing hurts your notion of free will like realizing that you're stood in front of a microphone and you just said exactly what someone else wanted you to say. And we actually can't see it from the other direction. This is the most normal looking thing we've seen. Maybe even more than the snowy forest we were in before. And just sitting here watching the rain, I don't blame you. I mean, look at how comfy this bed looks. All those pillows and sheets. Just lying here watching the rain fall and the branches twist in the breeze. I am not ready to mess with this just yet. This may be our way out. Let's try over here. Once again, maintaining that feeling, although maybe more 80s now. It feels more like some kind of office building. What's back here? And besides the watching chair and its melon friend. You get the impression that the melons are the denizens of this place, but I don't know, some things about that seem to conflict with that. We do have actual moving entities. Well, at least one that moves and another that just watches. Speaking of just watching, it feels like that thing's just being contained. Oh no, oh my god. Oh, that was so disorienting. That was unbelievable. Okay, wow. Memory obsolete. Dog food. It's almost like some kind of repressed memory of, like, captivity. Is there any way for us to... Yep. Ugh. I mean, it's not like there's anything else for us to learn here. Yep. Alright, let's try it. Sometimes he enters while I'm not watching. Oh no. No! No! Wait, no. What's that fading? What is that fading? What is that fading that my vision was just doing right there? That sounded like it was right behind me no matter which way I turned. It's like my vision is trying to censor the presence of the seat. Should I... Wait. No. This is really like a nightmare, but should I go try the other thing first? I just don't know what to do. No. Just give me the thing. It's like my brain just like can't bear the thought of whatever's in that seat when it's being observed. I'm being shifted all over the place. No. I've been thrown out of the subway car. Well, I'm along for the ride now. Yep. Things are happening very strangely to me right now. Look at this place. Oh, that is a gorgeous ceiling. And there goes my ride. Leaving me once again alone. Well, we're here, and I guess as with any dream, when it gives you a new scenario, all you can do is play your role to the best of your ability. We can't fight fate, we can only go along with it. Is that music or something coming on the PA system? It's so distant and almost hollow. Weirdly nostalgic. Speaking of hollow, our reality is looking a bit empty lately. Can we get a different angle? Look. It's like the tunnel itself goes all kaleidoscope the further down you go. Images of an astronaut, a crowd, people walking at the end of it. And it's simultaneously like a subway tunnel and a brick pathway. It's just like the other images. It's an amalgamation of things I might or might not recognize, forming a greater whole that looks familiar at first until you look at it closely and realize that no individual component makes sense. The whole thing is falling apart back here. It's almost like this is the last stop before reality collapses completely. Let's take the... Oh, we cannot take the dive. Actually, you're falling from a clear blue sky. Almost like this is the moment when you clip out of reality. Or at least when you clip out of what we know is reality. Do we just drop down? Wait, we've seen this before! This whole area, this was in Millenade. But when we saw it then, it was a paradise. Now, it's on fire, completely destroyed. But what would have happened? That was one of the only, non-hostile seeming areas. And now it's been laid to waste. It's almost like this whole thing, rejected the notion of a safe haven amid all this. Maybe the white Philip Jeffries was being punished for doing something it wasn't supposed to. Maybe it's been banished. Maybe this happened and it sought us out because it needed our help or something. I don't know. The thing doesn't talk. I remember thinking that this view was gorgeous, even if it was two-dimensional. And it looks like another void is opened up within the temple itself. Is there anything maybe around the back in these corners? Look at this. Beneath everything, a full metal underside. I mean, look, obviously from the walls, this has a very, Truman Show vibe to it, but this is almost a direct confrontation. We can actually walk right over this. We're actually peeking at the underside of this. These fantastical elements, they have almost a manufactured nature to them. Oh, actually, look, I could have seen that even sooner. The ceiling is falling away. All right, we've got to get to the bottom of this. It feels like all is not well in Melon World. Did you see anything? What happened here? Recollection. Insanity. Is this a false memory as well, or is it genuine this one time? Now's not the time for that. I will find out soon enough, regardless. I can't tell what's real and what's not. The earlier memories are becoming hazy now. Soon I won't be able to recognize them at all. Everywhere I wander in this diluted realm, I'm surrounded by fading paramnesia. Now I realize that this is all deliberate. Whether you played the previous maps or not, this will be interpreted in different ways. In my case, I have. And so I feel the call of the old memories. But it's been so long that I don't remember everything exactly. I enter areas thinking that maybe I've seen this somewhere before. Sometimes I even have a full enough recollection to know that I've seen it before, but I don't know what it all means. Philip Jeffries, have you got any wisdom for me? More kaleidoscope! Back to the gallery. But now a new elevator, a new area has opened up. You're doing this because you want me to see something. It's just as I suspected. I call this piece Looming Sense of Doom. Even the doors opening and closing are silent. We're on a train again. This one much more dimly lit. Not a passenger in sight. Oh. But there is a dense forest moving by. A nighttime ride through the countryside. Part of me almost wants to sit down right here, take a nap, doze off while watching the trees roll by, listening to the sound of the wheels underfoot. But I also know I don't have time. I'd be waiting for the day some friendly stranger comes in and sits across from me, but I also know that day is never coming, and so I can only move forward hoping I'll be someone else's friendly stranger. If there is indeed anyone out there. Is the view any different from up here? Doesn't seem to be, although the shadows of the trees for a moment made it seem like there was some parallel train moving just beyond. What about out the other way? Just more of the same. That hallway's giving me the creeps. Then again, this passenger cabin is giving me even more heebie-jeebies. And there could be somebody hiding behind any one of these seats. Walking up and down the aisles, I feel like I have the easiest ticket-taking job in the world. Like we've already moved long past the last passenger's stop, and well, the train just doesn't stop when it no longer has a duty to fulfill. I'm just checking through here periodically just to see if anything happens. But no, it seems like every time I look out, it's just the same forest and the same moonless night. Oh no. Is this something I should know about? Is this something I can do something about? Another of these. This is one long train. Oh no. That almost sounded like it was coming from behind me. Should I be rushing to the front? It's not good. Whoa. The countryside, but with a blood-red haze in the air. We've just been deposited right here, but no sign of the wreck. Ah, that was such dream logic. Being in such a comfy space, going up and down, checking for anyone to keep us company. And in a dream, from the first time we heard that horn, it would all have been over. Suddenly, there's a sense of danger that only builds as it starts sounding more and more often. The inevitable wreck. I swear I just heard footsteps off to my left. There's something off to the right. I can hear something from over that way, but I can't walk over there. Straight into the mouth of some huge cave. Oh no. Oh no, am I doing this? Oh no, am I doing this? This is no good. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is in just the wrong spot where it's tight and claustrophobic, but I can feel how wide and dark it is. Can we open you? No? Oh, we're going deeper. Okay, it may be necessary to use the flashlight here. I need to be able to see what's in front of me. Then again, perhaps not. Okay, what was the other way then? This loops back into the left. An old 80s, 90s computer? Well, I guess this place isn't entirely without accommodation then. Can I try and use you? Maybe play some Pajama Sam? No, I didn't think so. Alright, investigating the structure deep in the cave it is then. And it's another elevator. I've come to associate these things with guidance. It's weird how different elements kind of come to be associated with different entities. Like, I get the impression that that tall, dark figure is different from Philip Jeffries. And this is the first time we've transitioned and still been in the elevator, so that's a welcome change of pace. Why do I get the impression that the most important matters in the universe are discussed here? I guess the glass floor symbolizing how frail this reality is, how all of it could come crashing down at any moment? Or maybe it just looks cool. Maybe they just like the aesthetic. Either way, I get the impression that all of this is built into the caves, but we simply cannot abandon the gallery look, can we? There won't be a warning. Given the state of what we saw on the surface, does that mean that whatever you're talking about has already begun? Then again, in conjunction with this imagery, it sort of reminds me of, well, do you ever have those moments in a dream that just seem so profound that you have to write them down when you wake up, only to look at it and realize this doesn't make any sense, even in context? But somehow things always land the way they need to in a dream. Are you forklift certified? No, you can't be, because if you were, you wouldn't stop talking about how you're forklift certified. Still, this is the second time we've seen these things on this map, at least as far as I've been counting. This whole thing does have a sort of Revelations vibe to it, doesn't it? Especially when you consider the previous maps. Because it all has a feeling that all this is coming to an end. All this apocalyptic imagery, the idea that we're being reached out to directly, and of course more obviously that temple area being on fire, the literal sky falling away. I don't know, you sort of get the impression that this is an ailing backrooms. Wow, it just keeps going down and down and down. And ends on yet another elevator. They couldn't have put that upstairs. Nothing under the stairs. Let's see what else you've got. Constant feeling of descending deeper and deeper. A wide floor so bare, the chairs piled up in the corner. All of this has the impression that we're packing it up. No, oh my god, no. And immediately the ambiance just ceases. It's like this place saw me coming and immediately went into hiding. I mean, don't ask me to interpret art, but... My god. White mannequin-like figures moving around in the woods. These images almost feel like they were taken, like, in a panic. All of it consistent. Actually, maybe not in a panic, more like someone was in the woods and simply saw this taking place. These figures moving about, doing their things, enacting scenes. And all they did was capture what images they could of that, knowing that otherwise no one would believe them. We'll save that for later. That's a long, dark hallway we need to walk down. This is a slightly less long, dark hallway, so we'll observe this first. It seems our observation is complete. These doors are absolutely impossible for them to lead anywhere. I'm just interpreting these through the dreamlike lens because I can almost imagine this dream playing out by looking at these images. You're in the woods for a while, a couple of times you maybe think you see something out of the corner of your eye, and then maybe finally you spot it. This one running through, not acknowledging you at all, and before long you start seeing others, walking together, sitting together, all performing different activities. And they don't seem to mind your presence, but you feel maybe either panicked or relaxed or like you have to do something, document them. And I can imagine they don't make noise as they run through the leaves. It's accompanied by some kind of soundtrack that complements whatever it is you feel as a result. Some overturned carts right there. Oh, they've all been dumped down here. Thrown from high above, indicating that we are in the refuse heap. That we were not meant to be here and may not have a way to leave. Each one with a counterpart. It's like some kind of visitation area or something. I really expected there to be something in one of the seats as I rounded the other side of the glass. And you we've already seen. The difference was abrupt and subtle, but there is just so much less light. I thought I maybe heard something. Ooh. We found the exclusive resort. Looks like it might be quite nice if somebody turned the lights on. So what's the deal with these little booths, these little huts? Nothing, I guess. This pool seems quite deep. Yep. But there was nothing of interest in it. That'll either turn the lights on, or it's a huge trap. No? Really? Really? Was this what you wanted me to do? Well, I'm following your lead. It's not like I have anything better to do. We're back here, but things are darker now. But you brought us here, directly. Were those skylights there before? You brought us here directly. We didn't have to fall through the kaleidoscope again. In fact, the kaleidoscope colors are gone. Once again, feeding into the idea that this is an ailing world. Or are we really back at all? Because this has changed. The elevators are gone. Has anything changed over here? No, but the sky through the skylights is different from the ones facing forward. Alright, let's see what awaits. Did not need that movement from you. It's like a ballroom or something. A really old one. Well, this is certainly colorful. We can drop down here. We won't be doing that just yet. There's still so much to see. Look at this. The image of a melon, but it's like it's trying to be projected across the wall. That looks like huge windows, but it's not. Photographs of like a deck, forests. Oh. All of it's so ominous, like the moment after hearing a noise and everyone goes quiet. Hang on, let's line up the melon. There we go. We got the melon. What did I just do? What did I just do? I was thinking I'd turn around and there's going to be like a monster peering through the trees now. What did I just do? Also, these are just really cool photographs, by the way. Perhaps looking out onto a harbor in the middle of the night. The grain really adds so much to these. Like, for some reason, having that, like, high ISO noise just really makes it, it adds to the tension. Makes it feel so real and, like, oddly enough, makes it feel like I'm there. What are those? Oh, look at the little beepers! Hi! Hi! Oh, look at the babies! Hi! Oh, boop your little head. Don't think I forgot about you. You're getting head boops too. Oh, look at these. Look at these little floofs. Look at them just loafing here beside the doorway. Oh, if we hadn't come back this way, we never would have even noticed them. Little beepers. Okay, let's go. I would love to stay and pet you some more, but I got stuff to do. Light and dark. And yet it makes very little difference in this moment. Oh my god. You've got your own little grotto here in your amazing cabin in the woods with modern amenities. A lake of stars in front of you. And some kind of ancient gate to your front. I would love to have my editing machine literally just sitting right here. Imagine this, getting to edit these videos with Voices of the Void happening in front of me. This would be so cool. And when I'm done, I can just come over here and say, yeah, it is my room. Sick. Oh, I appreciate that so much. Oh, I've even got some melon buddies to keep me company. Look, I've got the full kitchen cabinet over here, fridge. Yep, I live here. I would never have any reason to leave this room. Just pee out the window. This is so cool. All right, I think there was one other way I could go before we jump down the pit. Ooh, there's a door over there. What home would be complete without a scary maze with really low ceilings? So you say that. Life is not about getting to the end. You know, I've actually kind of learned that about these maps. That's why I strive to see everything. Because, well, just rushing to the end wouldn't make for a very good video, would it? Well, I really shouldn't say that, because not only does it not make for a good video, it doesn't make for a good experience of life. I mean, what I've been learning the last few years is that the way you enrich yourself is through a variety of experiences. You simply won't get that variety if you're always rushing to the conclusion. Oh no, it's the violence district from LSD Dream Emulator. Oh, look, these tall, imposing streetlights, the beam casting down in the fog. Normally streetlights are so friendly, but these, they just feel like silent, uncaring giants staring down at us. If there were somebody creeping up behind us in the dark, they would not warn us because they simply do not care. This whole place is just every fear of walking home alone at night, all in one. It's creating so many blind corners. Look, this brutal concrete architecture. Actually, you know, these look like buildings with balconies, but they're not. They're just protrusions. There's actually not a single window to be seen. So it's like mimicking all the worst aspects of city walking, but it's actually just like designed for maximum discomfort. Okay, maybe we have to move into the center then. The center's a scary place. The center's a real scary place, but we may not have any choice. God, this area is so cool. It's like it's inviting us to jump down, or we could come back here. And it just leads us straight back out to the street. There's so many corners that I have no idea if I'm missing something or not. Is there a mirrored one on the other side? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. There's no consistency in that. Well, I guess we just go for it then. Wait, this isn't what I'm supposed to do. I actually can't approach the house. Every journey has its end. A pillar amid a red haze like the one we saw in the forest. Things even darker here now. And there's still no elevators, still that hallway. Everything here still as it was before. Even you're still here. Maybe I was supposed to jump down that area. The ballroom is still here. You guys, yeah, no, this was always where I was meant to go. So let's try again. That is so... When you bring me back from a whole experience like that, like after my mind has already moved on and accepted that I would never see this again, and you realize that all of that was simply one component of this hub area, it's like waking up from a dream within a dream. Let's go. Oh my god. For just a moment, I felt like I was sliding. That was something. All right, we need to be proper mountain explorers, even if we don't really need it. All right, just imagine, go slowly like we're pushing against the wind, hugging the wall like we feel like we could slide off at any moment, which, to be fair, I kind of do feel like. You remember that opening to Modern Warfare 2? Can't help but be reminded of it. We need to take shelter in the mines of Moria. I can practically feel that wind. I can feel how slippery the ice is under my feet. All I can think is I did not bring the proper shoes for this. Socks. Wait, I can just barely see. Yeah, there's a huge cliff face right here. Okay, I think we may have found some respite. Unless we're just crawling back into another cave. Oh no. Today's dream was truly extraordinary. It was one of those dreams that seem like they speak directly into your soul, like I was talking about before. Usually your mind's subconscious attempt at self-reflection. But this time... I almost felt like I've experienced a whole new emotion. This feeling was like nothing I've ever experienced before. I'm not sure if I can put it into words. It seemed so real at the time. But now it's so faded, I feel like I'd be describing a non-existent color. I have never heard it put so eloquently before. Right back onto the mountain. Those figures are out there. Everything we've encountered, and Mr. Peanut, or whatever he's called in Left 4 Dead. Look at them just standing silent in the mist. But we've got to go find them. There's no other way out but forward. I truly expected them to not be there as we made our way around the rock. Well, one of you skedaddled. You're just a normal mannequin. But the other figure was here waiting for me. Wait. Darwin! Darwin, you didn't tell me you got a new job. Well, you never tell me when you have a new job. How long is your resume anyway? What are you, the gatekeeper, watching over the people who get to pass through here? Well, I guess they probably pay you pretty good to sit in the cold like this, right? Whatever, I don't want to get you in trouble at work. Just, I don't know, come visit me at my new place later. You'll love it. It's so similar to Voices of the Void. Right now, we've got to pass through. I dreamt of a place at the peak of a mountain. A peak so high the sun never set there. A peak above the thick mist and above the clouds, and above anyone's imagination. The sunshine made it feel like a place of serenity. There I felt like I was just at the dawn of my journey, despite having spent many arduous days ascending through the fog. So hostile and yet somehow so comforting. I mean, sure, the thing that's been stalking us was visible right there in the distance, but the fact that it was visible from such a distance, I don't know, it makes it feel so much less hostile in a way. And we even met a friend there. And the climb's not over. A bunker entrance. There's always a mountain, there's always a cave, there's always a bunker. Some things just hold constant. Oh, them some steep stairs. Yep. Yeah, bum 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 bum. My teeth shattering with each step. Bum 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 bum. The sounds of the wind outside have completely faded now. All this began in much the same way. There it is, the Everdawn. This tiny shelter, a combination of utmost joy and sheer dread. It is here that I truly feel alive. But one mistake, one wrong thought, and this place will fall apart. That's what I fear, and I cannot let it get to me. It will fade once again and become nothing more than a memory, locked far in the darkest depths of my mind. Sooner or later I have to leave, however. There's no denying that. There's just one choice I'm able to make. I can leave now and forever seal this place in my mind as a serene memory. I can remember it as the place that made my life worth living, and cherish it indefinitely. Or I can stay here for a little longer. Stay and day by day look at people come and go. I could be here until I get bored of happiness itself and become a mere husk of my former self. The sheer joy this place emits will fade one day, and then I won't be leaving on my terms. I remember this dream, but do I know if I made the right choice? Wow. The best ending is no ending, but all things have to end. All those dreams where you feel so much better than anything could make you feel in real life, but you simply can't hold on to it. And I don't know if others can relate to this, but when you have a really good dream, I feel like you somehow know that you can't hold on to it. You know that it's not real, and that the moment you acknowledge it, the moment you really let yourself feel it, is the moment you'll wake up. Same goes for everything. Look, maybe that sleeping roll indicates that I've climbed this mountain before, that I've been here before. But here at the Everdawn, we can at least take in the sights for now, and maybe, if we're lucky, be back someday. Something that we can't have all the time, but which maybe we can have in bursts now and then. So others have been here too, have they? Well, maybe it's best not to linger too long. Just enjoy the sights, and understand that no matter what, this is ours, whether we're here or not. Oh, I thought it was going to be like some kind of exit. Well then, I suppose we just see what happens if we turn around and, like it said, we leave on our own terms. That happens. Kind of funny how it contextualizes all of this as a great climb to achieve the object of our desire when we spent so much of this moving downward. But in the context of a dream, it hardly makes a difference. You very nearly got me. Yep. And it doesn't matter. Woo. Yep. Okay, whoop. Yep. Oh, there's a thing. And not that it makes much difference to us. There we are. Oh! Some great pyramid. Perhaps this is the pyramid that contains our reality, and entering symbolizes waking up, something we go through every night, something so significant that we do so routinely that it doesn't even warrant preserving the memory. And I haven't forgotten, we saw this pyramid in an earlier map. Thank you. Everdawn. So that was Everdawn Fading Paramnesia. And that was so cool. It was very, very different from previous maps, drawing from a lot of the same imagery, but also a lot of original stuff, and much more narrative focused. But it was also dreamlike and so intuitive and feeling based in nature that I still think that even with having direct words on the screen, people will come away with very different interpretations of this. So I'm really excited to hear what you guys have to say about it in the comments. And it's so cool to see them improve their skills, not only architecturally and with Hammer, but also with creating certain moods and vibes, and just in telling a story in general, because telling such a vague story is not an easy thing to do and still have it feel so coherent as it did. It actually did a great job of emulating dream logic, because it's very hard to make these ideas come across intuitively. And even though it has areas where it dumps whole paragraphs on you, even that is written in such a way where it's not quite clear how we're meant to be experiencing this. If anything, it just kind of helps to guide you, not by putting you on rails with your train of thought, but by sort of offering multiple ways to interpret the things that you're seeing. Not even offering multiple ways, simply setting you on the path to creating your own interpretations. It also did something many of these dreamlike maps don't do, in that we actually were given the opportunity to reach the object of our desire, something most actual dreams don't even give us. And yet it's so bittersweet. That's the thing that I think is going to stick with me the most, and that's the thing that I'm really curious to hear your interpretations of. But, oh wait, no, how can we let this go by without doing a Noclip run? Hang on, yep, whoa. Look at this, the place it ends directly beneath the place where it all started. Oh, it is just so cool. Look how big this is. Where's that cabin? There it is, that light in the distance that started it all. I like how it begins on such concrete terms, but as you go, you realize that this was always part of the dream. Things only become very strange after we realize that our tether to reality is so disconnected, and it's just all craziness from there. Actually, after that, it can even show you somewhat concrete images, and yet still you realize what the score is, you know? There's those galleries just parallel to each other. Oh, and look, sure enough, there were in fact two galleries. Two galleries which both back onto my epic Voices of the Void room. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's Kitty. I was going to say, like, at first from a distance, it almost looked like a zoomed out version of the poster for It Comes at Night. I'm still super stoked on that. This map just had everything, and I think it's cool how you definitely don't need the other maps to experience this, just like it said. But there are certain things that I think are definitely enhanced if you had played the other ones. That thank you at the end, is that a thank you for playing? Or is that a thank you from someone else for maybe setting things right for experiencing this? I don't know, and I definitely look forward to hearing your interpretations. In the meantime, my legs are real tired from all this mountain climbing, and I think I've earned the right to chill with my buds at the pool. So until next time, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this map out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.